Hi Pisces, welcome to your December 2019 Astrology 33 reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, I probably won't be resuming those until maybe around the second week of December. So definitely, keep an eye out on the channel. I'll probably make some kind of announcement when I do pick them back up. All right, as far as what we have in front of us, we have a Celtic Cross spread as always. You got some extra cards that came up there. Have a couple of oracle cards to get through once we get through the main spread, and also a Mudra card. So let's get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Death card. So this is a major arcana card of Scorpio. So this can just be saying that maybe you're just, still tying up loose ends from things that took place during the time of Scorpio. I'm technically recording this while we're still in Scorpio season, but for those of you who watch this in December, I could just be pointing to that for you. Could just point to an ending in general. And for some of you, the way I could see this playing out, since for you guys, Scorpio is your 9th house, maybe this is actually just saying that some of you are graduating this month. Given that 9th house matters can relate sometimes to higher learning. So whether it be a formal college or maybe even just some kind of training you were doing for your job to maybe get some kind of a bonus or a promotion, that could be coming to an end for you guys this month. The challenger obstacle position is the sun. So seems like very opposite energies, but one way that I could see this playing out, all right, well actually there's a few different ways. So let's say it was the scenario where maybe you guys have graduated, right, or you're graduating this month. The challenger obstacle now could be that now you have to put your resume out everywhere, right? So you have to make sure you get seen in order to get a job offer, and then also you might be feeling like now you're going to feel like a little kid, basically, basically starting all over, if you will. So, okay, now I'm done with college. Now I'm going to enter the workplace and I'm going to be basically a baby compared to everyone else. You know what I mean? So that could be how you're feeling. Another way this could be playing out, though, could just be saying that maybe you're going through some kind of transformation as well. 9th house can also relate to religious beliefs sometimes, for example. So maybe your beliefs have shifted in that area. And now the challenger obstacle is going to be, you have to be around your family for the holidays, right? And you might not be ready to tell them that your views have changed, for example. So that could be another way that this is playing out too. And it could just be saying that maybe you're just going through some kind of inner work in general, and maybe the challenger obstacle is that with the holidays and everything, you're expected to be out and happy and partying, right? But maybe you're just really processing something more internally. I don't even necessarily feel it was something bad per se. It's just that, could be something a bit deeper that you're going through right now. And let me see if anything else comes to mind. No, not really. That's all I'm seeing there. But hopefully some of that resonated for you guys. All right. In the foundation position, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So actually, as I pick up this card, when I'm thinking with the Death card too, for some of you, you might even be leaving a job, basically. So it might not have anything to do with you graduating or, anything like that. It could just be saying that you're actually leaving one job and possibly starting another, because that could be what that sun energy is too. It's like, all right, you're ending your current career, right? And then maybe entering into a new one. But the thing is now it's like a fresh start for you. And it could be a challenge as far as, maybe you've just put in so much time at the current job, right? Because if we look at that, maybe even 7 years, for example, you've put in 7 years at a place and now you're moving on to a new one. So that could be where you're feeling a bit challenged there. Like, okay, it's going to be hard for me to get that reset, basically. So that could be what's going on there. But in general, this is an energy that points to looking at your investments of, could be time, actual physical resources, energy, you name it. And this is actually a card that represents Taurus energy. And basically, like I said, I'm recording this pretty much in the middle of November. So we did have a Taurus full moon recently. And so it could even be around that, where maybe you're just thinking back on, okay, this is how far I've gotten. I feel like I should be further along, right? Maybe that's what you're just doing. Or maybe even comparing what you have compared to others. That could be another way that this energy plays out too. But obviously, the main thing, the person doesn't look very happy with where they're at. So that could be the issue there. And maybe for those of you who did leave a job, maybe that was why, right? You felt like you just weren't getting far enough ahead for where you thought you'd be. In the past position, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is actually a Libra energy. And this could even just be pointing to maybe this is when it happened. Maybe for some of you it was back in the time of Libra where you at least might have made the decision to end this process. So, for example, let's say maybe towards the end of Libra season, you decide to put in your 2-week notice, right? And now, okay, Scorpio season, you were officially done, and now the challenge or obstacle is to try to find a new job, for example, right? Maybe that's the way it's playing out. Maybe there's been some delays with that because of the Mercury retrograde. A bunch of ways that could play out. And then, given that this is a Libra card and that's a Scorpio card too, it could even just be pointing to the fact that Mars was in Libra, and at the time of recording this, it's still there, but it'll be moving into Scorpio pretty much close to a couple days before the Sun moves out of Scorpio. So, could be a shift in energy in that regard as well. In the present position, we have the Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups. So going with that job theme, right? Maybe you're getting new job offers, like I said. Maybe you graduated and you're ready for that fresh start. Or maybe the offers that have been coming in so far, you haven't been pleased with them. Now, given the fact that this is a Cancer energy too, and fifth house, that's your fifth house, this could also be saying that maybe you have some romantic offers coming in. So maybe for some of you, this was even a relationship you ended, and there might be some new romantic offers coming in, but you're just not interested in the offers you're getting. So maybe that's what it is too. Maybe you're just not fully over the relationship being over, right? Maybe this is you still processing it, but again, maybe like I said, the expectation, everyone expects you to be out and dating again, right? So, or maybe you're just getting a lot of romantic attention, but you're just not there where you're ready to move on yet. In the near future position, we have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So I would say for some of you, this is definitely going to relate more to what we were saying with the job scenario, where maybe, you have job offers coming in that you're not happy with, but now you're starting to get anxiety as far as worrying about your money, right? Because you're like, okay, well, I'm turning down these offers because they're not quite what I was hoping for, but at the same time, now the longer I'm waiting, right, and turning down these offers, now money might be a concern, or maybe you're just worried about any offers coming in general as far as finances go, and maybe even just trying to think about where to invest your resources, because like I said here, that could be what you're looking at too. Like, okay, I've invested this much here, this is how much it's got me to this point, maybe I want to reinvest at some point. Now, this is actually a Gemini energy, and it represents the middle 10 degrees of Gemini, and there's going to be a full moon in those degrees of Gemini around, I think, the 13th of the month, give or take a couple of days. So could be pointing to that timeline when you're feeling this way about your finances. For some of you, it could even be, for example, let's say you did leave a job and you're still waiting for a new offer to come through. Given that Gemini is your fourth house, maybe now you're having anxiety around maybe being able to come home to see your family for the holidays. That could be one way it's playing out for at least some of you. But yeah, this could just be anxiety around either accepting an offer or just waiting for some to come in. And it could be for some of you, you are going to be the one extending the offer, but you have some anxiety around it. And the reason I say that could be the case is because in the position of your energy or influence on the situation, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, that pretty much looks like that same pentacle, right, that we see in the Ace of Pentacles, but now there's someone actually on a horse ready to deliver it. And if you think about the fact that he has the armor on, it looks like obviously feeling a bit guarded, right? So maybe this is an offer that you're making, but you're a little bit guarded in doing so. Maybe you might feel that you'll be turned down. So, for example, especially in the relationship scenario, right? Maybe there was a relationship that ended. Maybe you were the one who put it to an end. Maybe now you've been regretting it. And you're like, okay, well, let me see if I could, try to get back together with this person, right? But maybe you're just having a lot of anxiety around it because maybe you're not so sure that they would embrace you, basically. So that could be what's at issue there. Um, Trying to see if anything else comes to mind with this, too. And of course, this could be related to work, too. Oh, hold on, let me go turn off my heater. Sorry, I didn't know if you'd be able to hear me over that. But yeah, so this could be work related too, and maybe this is saying that, maybe you are going to accept an offer. Like I said, maybe because you're a little worried about finances now, maybe you've been turning down a lot of offers, but now you're like, all right, well, maybe I just have to just take this offer and see where it leads, right? So that could be where the reluctance is coming in. Let me see if anything else comes to mind with this, though. No, but for some of you, it could definitely be relationship because this is a card of Virgo and that's your opposite sign. So could definitely be some significance there. All right. In the environment position, we have the Lovers. So more Gemini energy. So this can just be pointing to, maybe you have family around you, right? Could just be as simple as that with the holidays. This could just be pointing to the love relationship scenario where seeing this come up in the environment position does look like a pretty solid sign if you are going to be making an offer to someone, and maybe again you just have a lot of anxiety around that for some reason. Maybe it's a Gemini you're dealing with. That's certainly a possibility too. And then this also represents choices too. So maybe that's the difficulty also. Maybe you do have choices, but the difficulty is for you to try to decide on the right one. You're like, you could have anxiety around that. Like, okay, what if I end up choosing the wrong option? So maybe some anxiety around that. And of course, this representing Gemini, this is a sign of communication too. So maybe this is just saying there could be a lot of communication coming in for you guys this month. And especially, like I said, we had the Mercury retrograde situation going on in November. At the time I'm recording it, it's still recording this video, it's still retrograde, but when we move into December, that'll be done. So if there were some delays around communication, maybe this is just saying that a lot more will be coming in for you guys too. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we got a few cards that came up. We have the Fool, Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Three of Swords. So, one way I could see this playing out is with the Fool card here. Given that you have the Nine of Swords in the near future position, I have a feeling that this is saying that this is you fearing the Fool energy, which is taking that leap of faith, right? Because you, again, with all these cups here, there might be multiple options. So you might fear making the wrong one, right? And then you might feel like, all right, I made the wrong decision here. I communicated that, and then it leads to heartbreak. Obviously, this can be around romantic relationships too, since we do see the Eight of Swords there. So I could just be saying that, you're fearing taking a leap of faith, right? And maybe choosing from multiple, maybe you have multiple people, right, that you're interested in. And maybe this is you saying, all right, well, I want to narrow that down, but you're worried that it'll lead to heartbreak, right? So it could just be you being a bit non-committal too. Because like I said, with the Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups, it might be that you're getting a lot of offers, but you could just be a little unsure of which to take, if any. In the outcome position, a lot of cards came up here too. We have the Page of Swords, Justice, the World, and King of Swords. So pretty good cards there. One thing that comes to mind for those of you where, like I said, maybe this is you graduating, for example. I could see that here as far as we have the Page of Swords, right? Justice, the World, and then the King of Swords. So that could be showing, he started out as the Page of Swords, right? Justice to me represents that official, okay, this is your official diploma, right? The World would be getting that diploma and the recognition and the completion that comes with that cycle. And now, okay, you're now at the King of Swords level. So that could be how it's playing out for some of you. For others of you, this could just be you maybe communicating, right, to restore balance. So like I said, for those of you where maybe a relationship ended in the past, and this Knight of Pentacles is you trying to, extend an offer to them to get it back on track. It's to restore the balance. And the good thing is with Justice showing up here, that does say that, however, whatever decision you make, justice would play out. So let's say you do decide to make the offer, justice would be served in that regard, right? To be fair, I have to say, even if they were to turn you down, but could just be saying that karmically, that justice would be served there. And then the World card shows that this is a completion for you. So this was something that you needed to do anyway on your soul's journey. So there's some significance there. And maybe this is even just saying that it's around an air sign, or again, maybe it was just some level of growth you needed to experience when it came to communicating in some way, because we see that page jump to the king level. So, and then for a few of you, I would have to say that maybe this is even some kind of a legal situation that you could be going through. But with the Justice card, the World card, and the King of Swords, it looks like that might turn out fairly well for you if there is some kind of legal situation that you're going through. And then I almost forgot to mention, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So this is an energy of waiting for your ships to come in. So this is actually something that, again, makes me think that maybe some of you did graduate or are graduating in December. And this is you just waiting for, hearing back for your job offers. That could be one way it's playing out. This is an Aries energy, which for you is second house too. So this could also just be saying that maybe, you've just been, maybe you're staying in the same job, but you've gone through some certification of some kind to try to get a pay increase maybe. So maybe that's where you're like, okay, well, now that I've completed the certification, right now I'm just waiting for that increase. And with the page going to the king energy there, it looks like you should see that coming through for you. All right, on to the oracle cards. First, we have Serendipity. There's the artwork for it, and the number is 18. It says, opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. The oracle's message: you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected, and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. So that's interesting there too. Maybe this is like some kind of a creative project that you've been working on, right? Maybe now it's finally completed. And maybe, you're putting it out there to see if anyone's going to take it. Like, let's say a book, right? And you're trying to see if someone would offer to publish it, something along those lines, or a movie script, something along those lines. And could just be saying that it will turn out successfully for you. All right. The relationship message says, Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. So that's interesting there too, because maybe this is going around, like I said, from maybe where some of you might have ended a relationship recently. Maybe there is going to be someone coming along with that Lover's card in the environment that would be a really good connection for you, but maybe you're just a little, worried about putting yourself back out there. So I guess I would say from the looks of the message there, you just have to trust your intuition as to whether that person would be right for you or not. All right, and then the prosperity message says you are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful, for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. So, pretty straightforward message there, but it does sound like I said, maybe if this is some kind of completion you've had recently, and now you are looking for some kind of a new path, it looks like something good might open up for you guys. So that's pretty cool. And I will say, there's going to be a lot of energy going on in Sagittarius during this month, and that's your 10th house of career and social status. So you could definitely get some recognition there. Plus, Jupiter will be moving out of that sign too in early December. So maybe as it's, on its way out, it gives you some blessings in that regard. All right, next we have Lizard Spirit. It says, dream the world into being. There's the artwork for it, and the number for this one's 38. It says, when was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with spirit? Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was ephemeral will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. So, maybe that's even what the sun showing up in the challenge position is saying. It's like maybe that is your challenge to actually, tap into that playful, creative energy again and, really put yourself out there in that way. All right, last thing we have is a Mudra card. So the Mudra that you guys have for this month is the Yoni Mudra. There it is there. And the keyword for it is receptivity. All right, and there's the information on it. It's a lot on this card, so you guys can pause it or take a screenshot if you wanted to read what it has to say, and then I'll move it up so we can see the rest of the information. All right, let's see if we can get it to focus again. There we go. All right, it says, improves the health of the sexual organs, invites a healthy sense of sacredness around sexuality, increases receptivity, fluidity, and emotional sensitivity, serves as a gateway to embrace what we can't understand, creates a physical mandala to worship the divine feminine. So, that sounds like something you think will benefit you. I will put the name of the mudra in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there, guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see you all next year. All right, bye.